What is up, guys? Welcome back to this episode of the Road to Redemption podcast. I'm, as always, your grateful host, Cam Williamson, and today we have a very special guest on the cast, the homie Thomas.
What's going on?
The homie Thomas. We are playing around with the idea of starting a new podcast where him and I hang out each week. We're able to skate again. We went out for our first street skating session today. A lot went down. My feet are sore. I'm getting old. He is not getting old. Thomas, what's up, dude? He's here. We're getting used to the new setup. He's having to hold a mic because we don't have a stand for him.
We're broke.
Yeah, budgets are tight around here at the Road to Redemption Studios. All right, dude. So let's get into it. We said we were going to start this off by recapping how the street skate session went. We started where?
Dixon Park.
We started at Dixon Park. It's a small little playground area right here in downtown Clarksville, Tennessee. What was the first? Oh, the two-stair.
Yeah, a bunch of stairs though.
So there was a hot little two-step right off the rip that we tried to.
2 to 4.
You guys will see some footage on that. Hopefully I can input that in there cleanly where it makes sense. Yeah, as soon as we got there, it got hot. The attention got hot quick. The fuzz started rolling through. Shout out to the boys. They didn't give us any shit.
Nah.
Gave us no shit. Parks and Rec did not seem happy about our antics.
They started inspecting the stairs that we were skating.
Yeah, and we only hit those stairs like once or twice, and then we moved over to another shorter stack. Maybe we'll have the footage of both of those. But how'd you feel getting back? Because this was your first day skating this whole I call it seasons. I'm sure the skate community is going to tear me up because I keep saying the first day of this season. Guys, it's cold as fuck here in Tennessee.
Yeah, it's too cold.
So, like, any place that we would have tried to skate first off the city we skate in is garbage as far as...
It's always raining, too.
Yeah.
It freezes.
Yeah, and the asphalt and stuff just sucks. So you can't even really... You have to scout places out, and that's what... He sent me this spot that we didn't even skate, and that's what set up this session. But how'd you feel, dude?
Good, actually. I did a lot more than I anticipated doing.
You look good.
Dude, I thought I was going to eat it 100 times.
It's nice that we started street skating, I think, because we started small, which is important when you're going back out. We started small, hit a little two-stair, and again, it was cold. I mean, it was, 36 degrees when we went out? So
it got to a whopping 39.
Yeah, so it was cold. I thought the best part, in my opinion, we moved over quickly once we got the attention of the police and Parks and Rec. We kind of moved away from where we were visible, and there was a nice actual stage.
Yeah, it was like a good little platform.
Yeah, what'd you call it? The Coliseum. There was some like big drop-off ledges that was over there. That was cool. We didn't end up skating any of those because we got kind of stuck on the stage and just doing flat ground tricks. But how'd you feel? You felt good. You moved good.
I'm gonna be sore tomorrow.
You're gonna be sore. He painted the nails. So show.
Oh yeah.
You've changed your style a hair since you've been on the show last. So last time people probably saw you, you were rocking more of a camo hat.
Yeah. I got a black hat.
Yeah.
Still real true though.
Still rocking the hat.
And a pink hoodie.
Fashion hoodie.
You know,
I like it.
I don't know. I stopped wearing baggy clothes.
It's not really of the times now, is it? Well, I don't know. 90s nostalgia is coming back, where even in skateboarding.
Well, like, I lost a bunch of weight.
You did.
So
You've lost a ton.
All my regular clothes look super baggy on me. Like, way entirely too big.
And you got these where? The people can't see his jeans, but he's got the what do you call them? Faded, ripped up, skinny tapes on? Skinny tapered? Yeah, I like them. They're good.
They're American Eagle.
American. Fresh to death. So what do you think, dude? You said you were stoked coming out of the skate session. You felt good. You looked good.
Yeah. I really want kickflips now.
Kickflips, or if you guys have been following any of the skate content, you know I've been struggling with them for over 15 years. I'll be 30 tomorrow, and when I stop skating at about 15 or 16, thanks, man. I will have officially been battling them for like 15 years. So I didn't land one today. I came pretty close a couple times. That's per the usual story. But yeah, I'm dedicated this season to landing kickflips.
Also almost got the 52.
Yeah, he all of a sudden, which you've done 50s before.
On like a curb.
Yeah, 50-50 grinds. Well, you did them on the box. at Hoptown. That's the nice thing is, like I was telling you, is I went back and watched a bunch of our vlogs, and dude, I forgot about shit where I was like, oh, dude, I forgot we did that. Like, you 50'd the small box at Hoptown multiple times. You did it first.
Really?
When you come up the kicker, there's the flat bar that comes around, and then there's that little box. You've jumped up and 50-50'd that numerous times.
Well, that's news to me. Wow. Well, like, it's different on a ledge, though, like going up to just on flat ledge.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah, it is. And that's a bigger box. So the little small box at Hoptown, it's like nothing to write home about. Where that box that was built by, shout out to homie Adam, I don't know if he still skates anywhere, but
is that man alive?
he built the box at one of the best pieces of skate gear down at Heritage Park, and then he never skated it.
Yeah, he never wanted to go to Hoptown, or he always wanted to go to Hoptown.
He wanted to go to Hoptown multiple days in a week, which was fine. Last season we were going Tuesdays and Thursdays were usually the days we were going, but then it was like Tuesdays and Wednesdays. But he wanted to go in the afternoon, and we don't usually skate in the afternoon.
Yeah, we skate bright and early.
Sometimes you lose homies in timing.
And then the session ends at 9:30, and this man says, "I'm gonna go home and get a margarita."
But does not play the cannabis, folks.
No.
He did not enjoy the Smokey the Bandits at all.
Skunk.
He doesn't. He did not appreciate that at all. All right. So before we were talking skating, because our trip out today was simple. It was fun. We were really just kind of getting the feel back of being on the board, being out skating again. We skated back at the Heritage Skate Park for a little bit. You look good over there. Hit the little kickers. You were moving around good. And then we came back. We were looking up what's going on. Happy Valentine's Day to everyone. If you guys don't know, that's his pink is festive as well as fashionable. Yeah. It is Valentine's Day on the day that we're recording this, so I hope you guys all have a great and safe holiday. But we were talking about broken heart syndrome. Doctors were looking into it, maybe just a headline because it's Valentine's Day and it has to do with the heart. But they are saying now, doctors are confirming, we've known for a while, you can actually die of a broken heart. You had interesting thoughts on it. Meaning, if you lose someone that you love, right, you could actually die from that. We see it often in elderly couples. They've been married for 60 years. One of them dies within a week. The other one's dead, right? So now doctors are trying to show that you can actually die of a broken heart. What would that mean? Because people go through terrible heartaches every day. They lose kids. They lose the love of their life. They lose parents, aunts, uncles, grandparents, and they don't die from that. So how deep would that have to go? How deep would pain have to be before we consider it lethal?
I don't know.
And if that's the case, right? Would it become against the law to break someone's heart?
Well, if we were talking earlier about if it's an option,
right?
If you can just if you choose to just off it, right?
Right.
And
Suicide.
Not if you're saying naturally like that though.
If
from,
so,
a broken heart.
You're saying the love of your life leaves or they pass away. You could choose to just go.
Wouldn't that be the case that they're talking about?
But I guess we're coming back to the same question: is how deep would it have to go? Because that's when I brought up the story about Sadhguru's wife, where they performed the meditation, where she said, "Okay, I'm going to go here, meditate, and I'm going to leave my body," and she did, and she did this in front of an ashram full of people, and it was recorded, and they tried him for murder, and he was found not guilty. They saw what she did.
You said that was Buddhism, right?
Yeah, well, he's a spiritual teacher that's kind of in his own, I think they would call it the occult, but which is type just law of attraction type spirituality type stuff, where he grabs things obviously from Hinduism and Buddhism and Stoicism and stuff like that. But I think I could tell you, dude, over 30 years, my heart has been fucking hurt. I mean, bad. And I've had moments where I go, this is it. This will be the thing that takes you out. And it just fucking doesn't. So for a broken heart syndrome to die of, I think that would be kind of like COVID. You got to have some pre-existing conditions in there, and you got to be not doing well in other areas of life, right?
You know, I know what you mean, like when you're 15 or something and your girlfriend breaks up with you.
It breaks your fucking heart.
And you just get like that like weird feeling over your chest.
Right.
And it's like your chest is just dropping.
And you feel like you might be dying. Like you feel that you've never felt that amount of pain before, but we don't know what's going on there. You just go, God damn, I don't feel good. Like that feels bad. Why for some people? But I guess is it a mental health question or is it a medical question? It brings us back to the question of, does your mind dictate your body instead of what we've always thought is your mind is just reading your body at all times?
If you think of it this way, like fear.
Fear
is a self-conscious thing.
Yes.
You're not scared of heights, you're scared of
falling. Right.
You're not scared of spiders, you're scared of getting bit.
Right.
So if it has to be self-conscious. I think everything honestly to do with like feelings, emotions, and just situations that bring feelings and emotions and stuff is all a self-conscious thing. Like I think you can choose how you feel about a certain thing.
Do you mean subconscious?
Yes.
Okay. Well, you're doing it subconsciously.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
But I think you're aware of what you're doing.
You
so
can.
That's what I think like self-conscious.
You can be aware of what you're doing, but in the realm of, I'll obviously point to the mental health side. I think, right, whether you've known someone for a year, whether you've known someone for 50 years, if you connect with a person on such an unhealthy level, where I say unhealthy.
Like what is unhealthy?
Right, because it's so wide variety. Like my grandparents were married for like.
The new thing is toxic.
Sure. So, but what defines that? Because say you're together a year, and that's my person. I'll love that person till the day I die. They choose to leave, but you decided, in the same way on any moral ground. And I've talked about this a few times with like family members and stuff. On the same moral ground that you decide whatever, God exists or Santa Claus isn't real or whatever, you go, this is still my truth. I belong with that person. They don't agree. They go build a life with whatever. Right. What changes someone from being a full-fledged fucking stalker that ends up outside that person's house watching them live their life every day because they go, I'm trying to protect this person that I know is doing something that's not good for them. That's what they think, right? So what separates that person from the person that goes, I love that person so much, I'm just going to cut it off? Because people commit suicide all the time for heartbreaks that they could have very easily, or they probably were doing stalker-like shit before that. Right? And then, but now they're saying that person could actually be hurting so bad they're on the verge of death. That's hard to believe.
I think if someone took it to the extent of stalking.
That's
and like.
But what is stalking? Because I think if you're looking people up all the time,
generally I think stalking's like constantly looking through their social medias and like everyday type stuff.
I think when you go away from being authentic. So if you're creating fake profiles, if you're saying someone you're not so you can see something you're not supposed to be seeing, that's where you've crossed the line. Because if they've made it clear, like, hey, I'm not trying to do this anymore, and then, okay, you might be able to try one or two other ways, but once it's done, you got to be done with it. But how do you do that in death? Well, like, my grandparents were married for 55 years, and then my grandfather died. And my grandma's just, like, she told me on Thanksgiving, she's like, I don't know what the fuck to do. Yeah. She's like, I legit, like, everything about her life was getting him up and ready and out the door for work, making sure meals were made for the kids, making sure he was happy when he got home, waiting on him hand and foot, and then one day he's dead. And she's like, there's no kitchen to clean. My family's all grown. So it's like, she's still kicking. She's not dead. So, but by all nature, you'd be like, damn, heartbreak syndrome, that could really be a thing. I mean,
would that be like what separates the people who find like true love?
fuck, don't tell people that online, because then you're going to have people offing themselves and being like, I died from broken heart syndrome in their suicide notes and trying to make like a spiritual fucking cult out of this shit. That's why I'm talking about it, because I think people are way more resilient than we give them credit for, right?
Yeah.
People go through shit all the time that should and probably could break us, but just like in skateboarding, like when you fall down 15 stairs and crash to the bottom of it, you should probably be dead from that and somehow, but you're not.
Yeah,
It's like you can get up and you try again, and yeah, it's weird.
I mean, falling goes with everything though. Like, you fall, you get back up.
I just find it interesting.
When I feel like with like heartbreaks though,
That's different, dude. I'd rather fall down 15 stairs.
yeah.
I would rather crash to the bottom of a 15 stair trying to board slide it than go through a 7-year relationship.
Heartbreaks mess you up big time because they change they change everything that goes on. Mentally.
Changes your whole being. Yeah, it changes who you are.
Completely.
I talk about it often, and it's maybe a decent segue, but like heartbreak was the reason I stopped skating. Originally, it was like I had found the one person. I stopped skating to become somebody different for that person, and then that worked out tragically. And then it took me, 10 fucking years to figure out, like, oh my fucking God, I lost my whole self chasing something that was over, years ago. So, I can see where people could definitely get into a situation where you get yourself into such deep belief on an unhealthy level. Yeah.
Would that be also
Fuck, dude.
the unawareness of your self-worth?
Unawareness of your self-worth,
Because,
for sure, but
you're willing to just switch yourself up so hard.
if we're taking it out of relationships, look at parents that lose kids. By all accounts, as someone who's been there before, I can tell people like, well, sure, that too. Fuck, dude, fuck. That takes so many people out.
Yeah.
What does it take for the body to go, oh, bet, off? It's I'm not trying to say that, but I'm trying to say, like, as far as the body just, and we're not talking about suicide because that's not funny, but we're talking about as far as your body understanding on such a deep level, your consciousness going, I've processed all the possibilities of my life. I don't like any of them. And then involuntarily, no act of your own by shooting yourself, taking pills, doing nothing, your body goes, like I said, bet, and it just signs out.
Did it say, like, on the thing you read, did it say that, like, what the autopsy said or something? No,
and again, I think some of this was just a headline because it's Valentine's Day and it's the heart, but it's other than that. So let's talk about Valentine's Day. Let's segue because we got ourselves lost in this conversation anyway. It was going nowhere because we're not doctors and we don't know why that happens. What are your plans? This will publish probably tonight, so don't let your lady watch this tonight. But what are your plans for Valentine's Day? You can be honest. I'm going to be honest. I ain't got shit. I don't do anything on Valentine's Day. Nothing.
So my girl gave me a box of chocolates the other day.
Very sweet of her.
And then a bag of Reese's. The box of chocolates was Dove too, and Reese's is my two favorite chocolates.
So we're talking B-class chocolates here.
Yeah, she was like, "Happy Valentine's Day," and I was like, "Oh, thank you."
When was this?
A couple days ago.
It's Valentine's Day today, though.
We do holidays early. She's impatient.
So you have a plan to make a stop, or you've got some?
No. So she did that, right?
Yeah.
And I was like, "Oh, thank you." Completely forgot about Valentine's Day, and here we are. So now I have to pick her up from work. So I'm gonna stop at the store.
Plan something special.
Hopefully, there's still something that's Valentine's Day related at the store.
Do you want to share your news for the people listening? That
I'm gonna be a father.
Yeah, Thomas is gonna be a father. He's gonna have a little baby. So that's. I was gonna say you can't.
Now I can say happy Valentine's Day to all the baby mamas.
To all the babies' mamas. It's weird because once you are even in a relationship with someone that's pregnant, it doesn't really matter. Like, Valentine's Day doesn't matter. You have, everything is about the kid and the kid coming.
Mm-hmm.
So it's, my wife and I are simple. We don't do shit. We're not gonna go buy a $14 card to give you just because I should. Well, for what?
Last year for Valentine's Day, I brought home red wine, a teddy bear.
You did the whole shit.
Oh my God! I even rolled a blunt, like
nice.
All of it, and then
classy.
Yeah, and then this year.
Nothing. You forgot.
I'm gonna get the $2.50 box of chocolates, and she's not gonna eat them because she don't like chocolate.
I'm not opposed to the big dates. I enjoy actually making a reservation that they don't know about. I'll dress up. I'll make sure that where you get into the details of Valentine's Day is if you don't plan it out months before, because you have to find out how to dress them without them knowing what size they wear, what's going to fit them, what's going to look good for wherever you're going. So that way they can just show up, here's a dress, wear this, we're going to go here. That takes so much time. And like when you have kids and you're trying to run your own business or do a bunch of shit, you go, oh, hey, we could do that. We could absolutely do that. Or we could put all that money into our budget for the next 2 weeks. Let's just do that shit.
Well, with my job,
yeah.
Like we go into the JW Marriott in Nashville.
Yeah. Bet that's pretty this time of year.
Wow, it's huge.
It smells like bleach and.
Well, there's a really, really nice steakhouse at the very top of it.
Oh, attached.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's 38 stories high.
Nice. Is it a Radisson?
Huh?
It's what'd you say? JW what?
JW Marriott.
Marriott.
Yeah, and then so there's the steakhouse at the top, and so me and Daytona's anniversary is coming up, so I'm gonna take her to the Marriott and take her to dinner there.
Don't let her watch this.
Oh, she already knows.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say
for 2 people to eat dinner, it's $499.
For sure. Okay. If you want to, do you want to tell the craziest setup you've ever done for a date? It's probably not good since you haven't done anything for Valentine's Day this year, but with my current wife is the craziest thing I've done. Now, it wasn't for Valentine's Day. We were just going on a date, and I know nothing about wine. I like hotels, but it's whatever to me. Yeah. I walked into a hotel, just getting home from deployment, walked into the nicest hotel I could find in the area. We were in Fort Bliss, Texas. I said, I want the nicest suite you have. I didn't ask how much it was. I walked over after I got my keys. Again, I didn't pay attention to anything. I just signed it, walked over to the bar.
Don't even look at the price.
I didn't look. But dude, I was in a mindset of I just want whatever's nice.
Yeah.
I didn't think, oh, I have to pay for this or worry about how I'm going to live after this.
I didn't think it was going to be $800 for one night.
Oh, you have no idea.
Oh.
No. So I walk over to the bar and I tell the bartender, I want 2 of the best bottles you have, which don't ever fucking do that at a hotel, ever. And I'll tell you why at the end. Hands me 2 bottles, a red and a white. One was sparkling, one was not, because I was like, I don't know what she likes. Yeah. Walk up, room's beautiful. Open the doors, you can see like this paradise pool that's down.
Home Alone hotel, you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, but it was more, you were paying for the shit around it. Like the room, it was simple.
Yeah.
The room was the same thing you'd get at a Hilton. But when you open like the bay windows, you were looking at what looked like the Amazon rainforest and a pool at the bottom. So it was nice. There was waterfalls and shit. It was nice. 2 bottles of wine. I ordered like steaks to be delivered to the room with food and whatever.
I've never had room service. I want to.
It's not that great. There's usually a restaurant very close to the hotel.
With the top
thing? Yeah. But if you pay for it. So like if you do that whole experience, now this whole hotel, they did that. Anyway, I don't remember how it played out. But somehow Nicole got the bill for everything. Not that she got it to pay it, but she saw it.
Yeah.
I didn't see it. I didn't pay attention to it. So I just walked downstairs and, I gave her my card and I signed everything and I left. And she goes, "You're fucking crazy. You just paid $800 for 2 bottles of wine. That's not including the room.
Because they sell it by the shot, right?
I don't know what the deal was,
probably.
but she was like, watch this. We walked into the tobacco liquor store that was right around the thing, in the same parking lot as the hotel. She grabs the 2 bottles that we drank that night prior and goes, here you go. These are $20 each right here. She goes, you're a fucking moron. The room itself for one night was like $1,500. And I got it on a discount for being military so close to the base. But it was like, yeah. And we literally did nothing but eat and fall asleep. Like,
me and my girl just actually
it was
2 weeks ago, her sister went to like somebody's house or something.
Yeah.
So we went and got Chili's, and then stayed in some motel in Wilma.
Yeah. Okay.
And just sat in a jacuzzi all night.
Oh, a hotel then.
Oh,
Motels don't have.
Not hotel.
Yeah. Okay. So you're not staying in some shanty.
Yeah.
What's the nicest hotel you stayed at?
Probably just Holiday Inn Express.
Mm.
Like Holiday Inn. Like growing up, when me and my dad would go to Alabama to see my brother and stuff.
Yeah. What's the shittiest hotel you stayed in? Yeah.
Scotty's Motel.
Where?
Somewhere in Georgia.
Somewhere in Georgia.
Yeah.
Shout out to Scotty's Motel.
Man, dude, like, it was bad.
I've told the story about me getting drunk and driving like hours and drinking all night with a guy that just got released from prison for murder at a shitty hotel. That one was bad. That was an actual motel. But even that was not the shittiest motel I've ever been in. That was just a fucked up situation. Shittiest motel I've ever been in, me and my ex-wife were going down to see the Notre Dame game. And we were staying right outside of South Bend, Indiana, because trying to get in there during Notre Dame games are fucking crazy.
Sure.
Paid like $25 for this Red Roof Inn or something.
Ran the other way.
Bro,
Staying in the car.
we walked in the room. It's dark. It's late. Indian guy lets us in. He's very nice. Opens the door and goes, have a good night. And like starts speed walking away. Like, and I that right there, I was like, oh, fuck.
Red.
She opened the door, turned the lights on. When I tell you everything had stains on it, everything had stains on it.
What kind of stains?
I don't know. The blanket, the carpets, on the counters. There was hair on the counters. The bed looked like it hadn't been moved in 50 years. Like dust on the cover. It looked like someone literally had not stayed there for years. I just asked her. I was like, what do you think? You want to do this? We ended up staying there. Dude, we literally laid like this in our clothes on top of our blankets next to each other like this. Did not move. And there was a bug that crawled across the bed at some point.
I remember Scotty's Motel. Me and my dad, I was like 7.
Okay.
So me and my dad pull over. It's like 3 a.m. or something. We're somewhere in Georgia. And he pays for a room. And we go in, and it was disgusting. Like, there was bugs everywhere. So he goes up there, and he's like, hey. And she walks over, and he's like, I just want you to know I'm a health inspector. And,
oh, shit.
And he's like, and unless you want me to make a report on that room you just gave me, I want your best room.
Nice.
Yeah, so we got their best room. And their best room was nowhere better than the original room. It was actually... this exact same room, just with one bed, and
but was clean.
No. Like,
do you like staying in hotels?
Yeah, I love hotels.
It's whatever to me. I've stayed in so many for military stuff.
I love hotels because it's like a whole different world when it's late at night and you're just like doing whatever, and then you get to go to a hotel.
The dark side of me comes out in a hotel. I don't know why. Like. Maybe it's because I used to love to get fucked up in hotel rooms. Like, I used to love to drink and go down to the bar and come back up. Because, dude, it's the best. Let's be honest. You can get fucked up in your military career. Don't do this. You get fucked up in your military career because you're at some school or you're doing something. And you do nothing but sit in your room and fucking drink. And your bed's right there. There's no DUI.
Yeah. See, like, I like hotels because they're fun. There's no, like, it's, you can do whatever you want pretty much.
But the more that you're around people, the more you have to deal with, what does that say? We might be losing the video right now. we reached the max SD card limit because it's too long. Anyway, we'll keep going and we'll wrap it up here in a minute. Anyway, it's all good. We just lost video. Yeah, it's what were we talking about? It's okay. So that's the perfect segue to cut the episode off here. We lost the camera. We were talking about.
They can't see us no more.
They can't see us anymore. We were talking about something we can't remember anyway. So for the first episode, I think it was fun.
All over the place,
Went a little all over. We were talking about hotels, motels, skating.
As it went on, it got better.
That's all it's supposed to be. Yeah. This is an intro for Thomas to get used to talking on the mic. I like the vibe you got with just holding that. We can get you an arm if you want. That'll just hang off there, but
maybe we could get an actual microphone.
What do you mean? Like one you want to hold?
Yeah. This is heavy.
Well, we have stands we can put it on. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. We could have a stand just like this where you're not holding it. Yeah. But I like that. It's kind of.
I like it down here.
It's kind of. Well, that's what I'm saying. There's an arm that we can do.
Yeah, I remember you showing me that one.
All right, guys, we love you. This has been fun, and
let us know if you want the podcast.
Yeah.
To continue.
Yeah, the Homie Hype podcast is what we had originally called it, where we're just gonna get on, cut up, talk shit, do whatever. But Thomas and I, we do have some of the best conversations I've ever had in my life when we're out skating and stuff. And you guys will see some of that in the vlogs, but we try to keep the vlogs a little more lighthearted. They're supposed to be fun and entertaining. They're not supposed to be as deep. That we can go more on the podcast because we've actually had people from one of the vlogs, you lost your necklace. Somebody watched the vlog. No, we never went and got it. Wow. But the guy offered to meet up with us and get you your necklace back. So people do watch.
Shout out to you.
Yeah, people do watch. They do connect the two. So if you guys want to see more us talking topics and just what's going on with us, we'll do that on here. And if you guys want us to make it a whole nother show, we can do that. If you guys just want Thomas to hop on the Road to Redemption podcast whenever he can, we can do that too. Whatever it is.
Or if you don't like me, then just say that.
I don't think that's going to be a thing. All right, guys, we're going to get out of here. We got stuff to do, and he's got to go. Like you said, he's having a kid, and it's Valentine's Day, and you got to do shit.
Busy.
We love you. We'll talk to you later. See you.